Howdy, I am at some train tracks. Woo. And there's houses right there, so I feel like I'm being listened to, but oh well. Today I am taking a walk in search for bones. And I'm bringing you along with me. So this might be a really long, boring video, but it's a decent day and there's not much snow. So I'm going to explore. I'll be walking on the left side of these tracks, all the way down for a while, and then on my way back I will be walking on that side. It's not a bone, but it kind of looked like one. Might be quiet out of fear of people hearing me, because I already look crazy walking by these train tracks, but oh well. Again, this might be an extremely boring video. I'm just gonna ramble and look for bones, so also, FYI, I don't recommend walking on train tracks unless you have your full attention to either side. And don't wear earbuds or anything when you're walking on train tracks, because that's stupid. Also, I brought gloves and bags, and if I do spot any bones, they will only be, or the only ones I'll be keeping are the more, why can't I think of words? What word am I trying to think of? I'll only be keeping the ones that are pretty much clean, with no flesh or anything, because I don't have a proper space to pick up random dead animals and put them in some place to fully decompose. And that doesn't sound very appealing to me either. So, I'll just look for ones that are already decomposed. I don't think I've spotted any yet. But there's a lot of ground to look on, so I'm probably missing some. I hear a train in the distance, so I'm gonna go step down. When you're walking on train tracks, don't be an idiot. And make sure on one of the sides there's somewhere to walk on. And walk as far away as you can from the tracks when a train is coming. I'll still keep my eye out for bones. But I will not get them until the train passes, if I spot any. Train tracks remind me of my childhood, so before I got all weird and into bones, I liked walking by train tracks anyway, because it's comforting to me. sometimes bones just look like really smooth wood. So, here are bones. So you'll catch me picking my foot out of bone. But here's one. And there's the train, if you can hear it. And there's another piece right there. So, I'll grab a stick, poke at it, see if it's nasty or not. I'm not sure what this is, but that's also bone of some sort. Here's a stick. And this bone was already broken in half. Oops. Sorry, I'm doing poor camera work because I'm focused. I don't know what this is. So, I brought gloves because I'm not disgusting. I'm gonna set this down. Sorry. Okay. Oops. I'm still doing bad camera work because I keep paying attention in real life. So, this does have, I think this is flesh right here. I don't know what kind of animal it was, but this bone seems pretty clean. So I'll go ahead and keep it. So does this one, pretty much. And there's this little piece. I have no idea what these are. They kind of look like ears. So that's kind of disturbing. See? They look like ears. But I'm not keeping these, so... And I'm not a bone expert, so I don't know how to recognize... Oh, this is a disgusting one right here. There's still fur on that. Here, I'll zoom in. That's fur right there. So we're not going to be taking that one because yuck. Now I'm going to glance around and see if there's any parts I missed. Because there probably is. But when animals... Ooh, here's some vertebrae. But these also look kind of gross. It's not that bad. Oops, sorry. I didn't realize I zoomed in on the camera. I'm amazing at this. Anyway, here's vertebrae. There's still this stuff on it. It's kind of flaky. But I'll go ahead and keep it. And it'll be thrown out if it's really disgusting when I double check it once I get home. So let's look around a little bit more for bones. Also, you want to, around here anyway, you want to make sure your surroundings is still safe. You want to pay attention because there's bears and mountain lions and stuff. This is more bone. I don't know what kind of animal this was, but obviously we're not keeping that because gross. This little piece isn't that bad, but do I always want to keep these little scraps? Not really. So it can be in nature. Here's more bone. That's disgusting. And that fell apart when I picked it up. So, you can stay in nature. Well, I suppose we know down here is a good space to look at. Because this is another bone. I guess the train hits them, which is depressing, but life happens. And then the bones fall down here, the corpse falls down here. This one's pretty clean. I mean, that's pretty white for being out in nature, so. This, though, still has flesh. Also, I think I hear a train coming closer, so I might not be able to talk for a minute. I'll take this one. That's wood. Here's fur, I think. I mean, it looks like fur, but it's very thick. There's probably some remains around here too, but I'm not gonna look through that grass too much. So, this is what we have so far. Ta-da! I'm gonna set the camera down so I can put it away. And I can only use one hand because my other hand is touched disgusting bones. Now we can move on. I don't know if I showed this one already, but this is a bone too. But it's gross, so we're not picking it up. Also, it's cold, so I'm gonna have sniffles. I keep hearing trains, but I suppose they're not coming on these tracks at the moment. There's a little bone. It's pretty thin, so I'm gonna pass because that will break easily. There are more bones over here. Ooh, this one's a decent one. And it looks pretty clean. So, it's mostly just dirt on it. So we'll keep this one. Okay. This is all bone. Ooh, rib cage. But still has fur on it. So we'll flip it over and maybe another time I can get it. But for now we'll pass. Ooh, what's this? That's a skull. I found a skull. I've never found a skull before. but it still has its flesh on it, which is disgusting, but I really want this. Hell yeah. Oh, crap, I zoomed in. I'm an idiot. So I found a skull. That's really cool. Okay, I have to keep this. It's disgusting, but I must. I cannot let that go. So I'm gonna sit here and pick at it to get all the nastiness off as much as I can, but also try to be gentle. And in this instance, obviously it needs to decompose more, so I'll probably put it in a coffee can or something to decompose more. But if you look, these are like cut off antlers or something, and that's a pretty small skull. And these are its teeth, but that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna set the camera down for a minute. Sorry about that. So I've never found a skull before, and I don't know what kind this is, but there's still skin attached, which, ew, yeah, that's disgusting. But I really want to keep it, so I'm gonna put it in a bag and see what happens. So I live with my parents, and they might not be okay with me keeping this since it's not fully decomposed, but it's worth a try. Sorry. I'm not using my left hand to touch bones, so now I'm lightheaded. Here. Kind of had to get creative with how I'm doing this because I can only use one hand. Here's something else. More bone. So skulls is the main thing I want. I like all the bones, period, but skulls is what I find really interesting. I mean, most people would. And I clean these properly as soon as I get home. Or if they're not fully decomposed, I rarely keep them when they're not fully decomposed. But in this case, because I've never found a skull before, I want to keep this one. I will have it decompose outside in a safe area. Sorry, I thought I saw something. So we're not too exposed to it if there's something disgusting going on with it. It's really not a good idea to play with animal corpses, but here I am anyway. And my parents are okay with it, I guess. So I will keep doing it until they tell me not to. So this part of the tracks is a little iffy because there's no longer space to walk. I'll have to go up there. And now I think I do hear a train coming this way because it's getting louder. So I probably won't be able to talk for a few minutes. But if I find anything, you'll still get to watch me look at it. Also, headphone warning, train. here's a woodsy area, which you'll want to be really careful because there are absolutely animals out here. Oh. This is a little pond area. That's pretty cool, actually. I didn't expect that. So I can't really pass this till the train goes, unless I want to walk up there, but that's a little too close for my comfort. This says private property and no hunting, so hopefully I'll be safe. I won't get shot by a hunter. I am wearing bright red and yellow, so I think I'll be okay. Another thing about trains is not only do you obviously not want to get hit by one, but they can fling stuff that could hit you and obviously cause a lot of damage. So you want to avoid that. The nice thing about the train though is that loud noise will scare all the wild animals away probably. So now I'll feel more safe walking around here. And it passed. Walking up these rocks is a pain in the ass. Okay. And I don't see any other trains coming. So, now this is a cool little area just to explore on its own. There's a little creek. But I don't know if I'd be trespassing, so I'm not going to really explore that too much. But if I had friends, this would be the place I'd take them to hang out. And I'm only that far. Let me zoom in. That far from the road that I began walking at. And I found a skull already. So, moving forward. Now I'm on the right side of the tracks, obviously. I probably could walk along here and find some stuff. Because down there it's a bit more steep. Let's see. Up here it's pretty decent. And there's a car over there, or a four-wheeler. So, but we're walking on tracks. They can't get too mad at that. Also, I'm sure that the camera is extremely wobbly, but I'm walking on awkward train tracks and trying to make sure I don't get killed. There's some bones right there. This camera isn't the best, but it's a little bright, but those are bones. I think that's another train coming way over there. You probably can't see it because it's so bright out. But another warning, another loud train might be coming, so. Ooh. Spotted bones. Now that's a deer. Now this is disturbing obviously, but that's a hoof. And its spine and another spine. I don't know if it's the same deers or not, but I don't see a skull. So I just think bones are really interesting, the anatomy of them. And there's no way I would ever hunt. Ooh, there's another hoof. Because this stuff is sad, but there isn't anything I can do about it. So might as well put their bodies to use, I guess. To me, I find these kind of things really special, which might make me sound like a psychopath, but I don't know. I just appreciate them. There's a bunch of little bones around. I don't even know if you can see it because it's so bright out here. Onward, I guess. Now I'm more so on the hunt for skulls if I can find them. And yes, that is a train up there. So, we'll have to be careful. I think it's moving pretty slow, but still. I'm not seeing any bones over here, but I'm not going to walk across the tracks because the train is coming. I don't feel like giving the driver a heart attack. I'm sure he's already nervous that I'm walking by the tracks. And I look crazy holding a camera in a bag, but oh well. Loud ass train. One moment. I smell skunk. That's too close to the train tracks. That looks like a pain in the ass, so it's almost over. Bye, train. Okay. Onwards, I guess. I'm gonna glance over here, see if I missed anything. Now this is the part where I'm probably not supposed to be walking because obviously they're doing some kind of work here. But, if I get in trouble, I get in trouble. So I'm just gonna be looking off the side and look for skulls, because both sides are potentially decent. I feel like this side more so since they're doing work there, and they'll probably move anything that they see. Or take it themselves, depending on if it's like a cool skull. So I picked up 3 little vertebrae while that train was passing, and I showed it to the camera. And they seemed really, really old, so that's nice. What's this? Ooh, those are jaws. Those are teeth too. That's pretty cool. So I'm gonna put this in my bag. Okay. There's a bunch of little, my camera will focus. There's a bunch of bones over here. Some vertebrae. I don't know what bone this is, but that's kind of cool. But it has blood on it, so I'm gonna pass. More bones, more bones. I don't spot a skull. Clearly something dragged it off. An animal. Here's more vertebrae. And onward we go. So the farther you get down a railroad track towards wilderness where there's not houses, the more likely you're gonna find some decent stuff. If you don't think I'm insane already. There's a bone. I don't know why I've taken on this weird hobby, but I like it quite a lot. Also, my camera is getting really low, so it might die randomly, and I probably won't even notice, just FYI. Here's more vertebrae, and the pelvis bone, hip bone thing. I don't know proper words. I'm doing my best. Okay. So I got pretty lucky with that skull. I'm not seeing many bones over here. So let's peek at the other side. It's still just work. So they're probably... Also, there's a road up there that we're getting close to. So it's less likely to have roadkill, or I guess train kill. There's a little chunk of bone on top of that pile of rocks. Also, I apologize if you can't hear me very well. There's some bones over here, but they're mixed with sticks, so it's kind of hard to tell the difference. There's houses over here, so we might be finding less over here now. And it might be time to turn around soon, because I'm on a time limit. Here's another bone. It's pretty cool. But I don't need it. Here's more. There. There's an interesting chunk. That's pretty old because you can see there it's really dried out. Here's more vertebrae. I don't even know if you saw that on camera because I'm not even paying attention to the camera. I'm just kind of walking around and talking. There's houses over here, so again, not sure how many bones we'll find in this area. And this is all just wilderness. Right here, I don't see any houses or property that's inhabited, I guess, over there. So that's decent for looking for bones because then animals come from there. Let's walk up here and look over here. Houses and stuff. I need to set down the camera so I can check my phone. Okay. That notification was for nothing, so that was pointless. Oh well, it's only 3. I need to be back there by 3:50-ish. So I'll probably stop filming when I go on my way back unless I find something really interesting. Because I'll probably be rushing, just walking back home instead of looking for more bones. I guess I can glance over here. No, that's just a road. A dirt road. I think I've spotted something. These are some big bones. That's pretty interesting, so I'll keep this one. Pelvis, I think. Set down my bag. There's another big bone. There's another big one. No skull, but these are pretty cool, regardless. But they're so big, I don't know if they'll fit in my bag. Let's see. At this point, I'm probably just going to make this little laptop bag my bone bag. Or just throw it away when I get home, because as much as I'm trying to be careful, it's still gross. And we have pets, we don't want to be spreading things to them. Okay. So this bone haul is pretty decent. Normally I go on the other side of the train tracks, down that way, and I don't really find much. But apparently over here it's a lot better. I need to set down the camera. Okay. Stuff that in there. And onward we go. Now this is actually getting heavy because I have quite a few bones in there. Also, I'm a little lightheaded because I didn't eat very much today. Because I'm stupid. Let's see. I spot something, I think. Might be a rock. Or a bag. Yeah, that's a bag. Probably should do more research before just going on adventures and doing weird stuff like this. But, too late. I'm not really seeing anything over here. Also, I'm really sorry about the sniffling. This video might be kind of long. And if my camera dies and I still have more time, I'll probably switch to my phone, even though it sucks. But it's better than nothing. That's mud. There's a bone right here. I don't see anything else with it. So now that my bag is pretty much full, I'm going to be a lot more picky with what I pick up. And no sign of bears trying to kill me. So that's good. Also, when walking near train tracks, I highly recommend a really good pair of boots because there's lots of pokey things that you do not want to step on. Unless you want to get a tetanus shot. Most people don't. Still not seeing anything over here really, except small things here and there, but I'm just passing those by. Ugh, this area is gross. Good thing I have boots. My shoulder is actually starting to get a little sore from this bag because it's heavy. Even though bones are fairly light. But I'm a wimp, so, you know. Still not seeing houses or anything in this way. In this area, I mean, to the right. Now this grass is annoying because it covers up things. So there could be a gem in there, but I don't feel like looking through all of it. And the sun is still out. So I'm okay with walking a bit more. And there's houses now over here. So let's glance at this side. Okay. We shall look from above. That looks like something right there. I can't tell. Ooh, I think I found a skull. I found a skull. Hell yeah. Awesome, and this one looks very decomposed. Okay, glove. And I'm gonna set you down again. Sorry. Now this one's pretty fragile. There's a lot of thin parts in it. So I'm gonna be gentle with him. As much as I can be. Okay. I think I might have spotted something else. Let me turn the camera around so I can see. I'm lightheaded. I don't know what this is. Maybe it's just pelvis. Yeah, from a distance it looked like it could have been a skull. I don't know where it's. There's a little chunk. Something. So far we got 2 skulls and 2 jaws. Pretty neat. My camera's on 1 bar, so it could end at any moment and I won't even notice. And I absolutely look like a psychopath because I have bones sticking on my bag, but oh well. Let's continue. It's really pretty over here. Here's property, so I'm going to be a bit more quiet. Bones. Let's take a look-see. Now, these are pretty old, I think. I mean, they're not totally old, but they're decently cleaned. If I didn't have a full bag, I'd probably take a lot of this. There's lots of vertebrae, little bones. I'm not seeing any skull or jaws, so let's move on. The sun is bright. There could be treasures in here, but because it's right next to property, I don't want to go snooping around in there. I already feel disrespectful enough walking down these tracks and picking up bones. And there's a car. So here's the road that I was talking about. And at this point, I'm probably going to turn around. Just a little further. Make sure we don't miss anything. Probably scaring these people. There's some bones over here, I think. No, that's just a stick. I'm sure I'll cut out a lot of random chunks if I'm not too lazy in this video. So you don't have to sit here listening to me breathe and stare at rocks. Still not spotting anything. Ooh, here's something. I'm setting this down. Maybe, if it doesn't roll away. Okay. Here's a spine and another skull. Nice. I don't know what kind of animal this was. There's its spine and rib cage. So, I hear a train coming, by the way, so... Hello, dearest friends. So, we're going to quickly look at the bones I've grabbed. So, we're going to quickly look over these. So, I've got this jawbone right here, and you can see underneath it there's another one. It's kind of hard to see in the back. 2 jawbones right there with lots of teeth, which I find very interesting. And in the same bag there is 3 vertebrae. Nice. They're all pretty decomposed. Haven't cleaned them yet, which is why they're in a shed. Nice. They're all pretty decomposed. Haven't cleaned them yet, which is why they're in a shed in my backyard. Can be very gentle. Here are 2 skulls that I found. They both look like young deer to me. My dad took a look at them and said that they could even possibly be dog skulls, which is sad. I hope they're not, but here they are. They also have a nice set of teeth. One of them looks younger than the other. Sorry about that. My camera, I'm out of space on my phone. Anyway, and the last bag are a bunch of large singular bones. Well, the majority of them are large. This is actually fairly heavy. These also need to be cleaned, but yeah, that is the bone haul I have from just about 2 hours of searching for bones on railroad tracks. I didn't even walk a mile, and that's all. Oh, and there's also bones outside. There's my bat corpse and another bigger skull, but it needs to decay further, which is why it's not in here. Anyway, thanks for watching. Goodbye.